Hello and welcome to my channel. We are playing Strategic Command World War II, World at War, and we are going to play as the Allies, I believe. And we're going to play the 1939 World at War starting in September on the 1st. And the victory conditions for us: Allied decisive victory. Allies control Berlin, Rome, Paris, London, and all adjacent hexes. Moscow, Washington, D.C., Tokyo, Seoul, Chongqing, and Delhi. Okay, I want to make sure this is still recording. Yes, it is. Alright. Let's go ahead and pick this. And again, we're going to play as the Allies. And I'm going to increase the difficulty to veteran. That gives the AI a +1 in spotting, +1 in experience, and a +10% in MPP values. I was actually playing a little bit as the Allies last night, and I was able to hold the Germans in Poland for roughly 4 turns, almost 5, and I thought, that's a little too easy. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. We are going to go with the 3D units. Although I do like the NATO counters, but I prefer in the vanilla game the 3D units. In the mods that I've played on this game and in War in Europe, we'll actually be playing a War in Europe game 2 as well, with a mod, and the modded versions of the 3D counters, NATO 3D or NATO counters, look better in this game. But in the vanilla, we're gonna go with the regular, the recommended 3D. Okay, we're gonna check the advanced. We're gonna keep soft build limits off. Okay, we're going to keep that off. We are going to have the national morale bars. I do like to see that, so we're going to go ahead and go with this. And yeah, I think that works. Let's go ahead and start this off, and let's see what we can do. Because I noticed too, in China as well, playing against the computer, the AI, last night, that I was able to destroy Japanese units. I don't want it to be too hard, but I don't want it to be too easy. I want it to be somewhere in between. I have noticed with the updates to the game that the AI is much more aggressive, and with this I want it to be, I mean, I don't necessarily want Poland to fall in 2 turns or 1 turn, but I don't want it to be 3 or 4 turns. I'd like it to be a little bit more, a little bit quicker than that. Okay, World War II has begun, but although history says that it was in July 2nd, 1937, with the Marco Polo Bridge is when World War II started. That's when I accept it. But you can actually look in 31 with the Mukden incident, the Japanese attack in Manchuria, that's when officially World War II started. So we'll go ahead and click on that and let the AI take over from here. Then moving a core to their, yeah, and before they wouldn't move that up because I would try to take that Saarland, piece of the Saarland. Okay, they're moving the Kwangtung armies out of Manchuria. I don't know how you guys feel about the 3D counters, NATO counters, but like I said, in the vanilla game, I think it looks better with the 3D units. But in some games, it looks much better. And this kind of helps me out too, because sometimes I get confused by, I know I shouldn't, but you could say, well, you're retarded too, so. Okay, interceptors, escorts. Oh, that's interesting. Usually it's this, there's a plane down here. Ooh, damn. Yes, okay, we'll take that. Okay. Alright, we'll take that. And in the modded version of War in Europe, actually the mod is you're built around divisions versus corps and armies, and then it's I think it's a tad more realistic than the vanilla based game. Okay. As long as we can do some damage here, we will be fine. Okay. And it looks okay. Good. Okay, good. We're gonna have to hold Nanning there for as long as possible. That is okay. Alright, they're gonna cut us off. Yeah, we might fall here in 2 turns. If I can get this army back here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. The zones of control are really gonna screw me up. Get this army, but I don't really want to lose that entrenchment bonus, but I don't think it's worth as much as if you can get these armies. Yeah, those guys are cut off, so we'll definitely do some other tactic. Canada declares war on Germany. And tell me how the audio levels are for you guys. I know that my friend Gamer said that in a video that I made that my voice was really low. So Canada, Australia declare war on Germany. Let's see who else. Oh, New Zealand. Very good. So the convoy routes begin. We must protect them. United Kingdom declares war on Germany, as does France. Canadian supply convoys to the UK begin, and we're going to call this the Fractured Alliance. And the episodes may be a skosh long, an hour or so. Wow, we lost a lot there. Okay. Interesting. Leslie Hoare Belisha, Secretary of State for War. Now that we are at war, it is expected of us that we will send a British expeditionary force to France, just as we did in the last war. Arrangements are in place for the BEF to be transported across the Channel and deployed around Rhone on the 1st of October 1939. Once there, these forces could provide boosts to French morale, which is rather fragile. If we do not send the BEF to France, then French national morale will fall by 1,000 points, and the USA will move 5 to 8% away from the Allies. Would you like to deploy the BEF in France, or risk the consequences of deploying it in the UK instead? And we're going to go yes, as historically that's what they did. Red Army headquarters. Now the German invasion of Poland is well underway. It is important that we do not show weakness and let the Germans gain the whole country. It is therefore important that we fulfill our side of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact by marching into Poland. even though it will cause some slight harm to our relationship with the UK and France. I have mixed feelings on the whole context of war with Germany, and no war with the Soviets. The whole reason that Britain and France went to war with Germany in the first place was to protect Polish sovereignty. And 44, or was it the Yalta Conference? Churchill and Roosevelt pretty much said, you can have all of Eastern Europe. So what was the point of going to war with Germany then if we were just going to give it away in the first place? I mean, I have huge disrespect for the Allies because of that. I think that they wanted a war, they pushed for war, and I mean, all this propaganda that they were fighting for the Poles, they weren't fighting for the Poles. They were advancing an agenda. I'm not saying that the war was, Germany was great or anything by any means, but I mean, it was all a lie, just like most wars are. They should have defended the Poles' right to become a free, sovereign nation after World War II. So, would you like to order the Red Army to prepare to advance into Poland? Yes. We are going to pretty much do a... it's going to be historical for the most part. And go ahead and save this. Okay, you see the zones of control here. We cannot move. Well, we're going to start here in Poland. And we are going to... attack this armored unit. And of course they have interceptors, but we have escorts. Hopefully we can do some damage here. And they lost none, and we lost 2 planes. Well, 3 planes actually. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack those guys. We'll move these guys back. Yeah, I wonder where that fighter plane is. He's got to be, well, maybe he's right there. Okay. I'm gonna lose, but I want to be able to, kick their ass or something. Okay, we could take Danzig. Well, let's go ahead and disband this unit. We can't. Okay, Okay, we took that part of East Prussia. Okay, they have an entrenchment. They have really high morale and readiness. Let's leave them there. And I guess we'll leave those guys there. Let's go ahead and reinforce those guys. And well, we'll leave those guys there. Okay. Well, let's move to China and Let's move those guys there. We'll go ahead and start fortifying that position. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll move this garrison unit down. We'll move this army down. I kind of want to move one of these HQ units, but I don't think we will. We'll move these guys here to the hills. We'll move this army there, and we'll deploy this. Well, let's move this HQ there. I'm going to leave this army here. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce these guys. We're going to go ahead and reinforce our plane. And can't reinforce those guys. They are entrenched too. We'll go ahead and switch these guys out. We'll retreat these guys. These guys will be good there. And they moved back, so we're going to move this corps down here because the army, it's really hard for armies to move through rough terrain. It takes a lot longer. Okay, we'll go ahead and move these guys there. And China is done. Let's see. Well, let's get the courageous out to sea. Well, let's wait. Let's get the hood. And we'll take the Suffolk with us as well. And no. Let's go ahead and upgrade the carrier to naval weaponry. We'll get the salmon up to here. Start taking out their convoys. We're going to move these guys to Norwich so we can get some strategic bombing going. And I'm not going to spend a lot of money this turn. Let's go ahead and reinforce these guys. I want to save as much money as I can because once they go invading, and we're going to have a reserve unit here. I'm going to spend a bunch of money on these guys. Okay. The rest of the French fleet, we're going to move the Succouf down to Tunis. And we're going to come down here to the Falklands, and we're going to be looking for the Graf Spee. I'm not going to spend a lot of money upgrading the initial forces we have. And we're going to... I think that's good for now. We're going to come down to here, and we're going to reinforce these guys. And South Africa hasn't declared war yet. Australia, we're going to leave the Australian fleet there. Let's see. We're going to give these guys naval weaponry and AA weapons because they're going to face a shit ton of Japanese air forces. And I think that's all we're going to do in the opening moves. We're not going to move any troops from Malta and the Middle East because we don't want the Italians to declare war too quick. So this looks good. We're not going to spend any money. We're going to save as much money as we can. So that was our opening move for the Fractured Alliance. And we're going to see if we can hold the Germans to 2 or 3 turns. No! Sorry about that. Give me a second here. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn. And we lost this brigade. Red Army begins crossing the border into Poland. Polish morale plummets as news spreads that the Red Army has crossed the border. Office of the British Foreign Secretary, Lord Halifax. Lord Lithgow, Viceroy of India, is considering declaring India to be a belligerent state on our side today. However, if the Viceroy does declare India to be a belligerent state, then there will not be sufficient time for him to consult either the Indian political leaders or the elected provincial representatives. This could lead to resentment and possibly even unrest among the population should the Viceroy of India immediately declare war on Germany. We're going to go ahead and check the notes. We're going to go no. So we can get that Indian army there. The British army in India is transferred to Alexandria. Okay. Office of the Secretary of War, Henry L. Stinson. Given the pressure China is under, we could help relieve it by facilitating trade with China via the Hanoi-Kunming railway line. China would receive every turn 60 MPPs worth of material to support its war effort via this route, though it will cost us 90 MPPs to provide the necessary infrastructure required to get this started. For every turn that supplies arrive this way in China, and Chinese national morale will be boosted by 250 points. The only problem is that Japanese interest in French Indochina will undoubtedly increase, as they will seek ways to cut the supply line, and consequently the Sino-Japanese conflict could spread into Southeast Asia. Would you like to facilitate the sending of supplies to China via the Hanoi-Kunming Railway? Yes. Okay, Norway complains that Allied attacks on its merchantmen. South Africa declares war on Germany. Okay. Alright. UK collects 208, France 129, US 24, Soviet 65, Poland 18, China 206, and India 25. Okay. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Well, they're dead. Alright. Let's see. Okay. And the Germans are reinforcing their western border. We should have attacked that. Maybe we still can. Okay, those guys are dead. Alright. Interceptors, and of course we're gonna have escorts. Okay, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Ooh, they're shattered. Okay. Looks like Modland's gonna fall. Okay, good. Good, Warsaw's holding strong. Yes! Ooh. Hey. Ooh. Come on. Interesting. Well, I think we will attack those guys soon. Polish morale continues to suffer from the German Blitzkrieg. Actually, it would be Bewegungskrieg. And the British Expeditionary Force arrives in France. There is Lord Gort, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me. Polish morale suffers from battlefield losses. And we have held him for 2 turns. Allied raiders disrupt Norway, Germany convoys. Very good. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do now. Alright, so they lost 13 MPPs. The importance of the BEF in maintaining French morale. To stiffen French morale, in the event of a German invasion, we should maintain a force of no less than 2 units to France, better still 5 or more units if they can be made available. Deploy these to defend Paris, northeastern France, or the Maginot Line. If we do not do this, French morale is likely to fall rapidly should the Germans invade, and this could lead to a premature surrender. The French are relying on us to help them, just as we did in 1914. Let's not let them down. Okay. Report on Italian preparations for war. Intelligence reports that Mussolini will start mobilizing should our positions in the Mediterranean appear to be poorly defended. Recommendation: maintain units at Gibraltar, Malta, Cairo, Tunis, and Damascus. Okay, the second corps is ready for deployment. We're going to wait on that. And we're going to come back to Poland and ooh, they already have been upgrading their units. Okay, they are dead. Attacker was destroyed. Let's go ahead and disband these guys. And I think we should. We're gonna move those guys there, but we're not going to attack.
Said, how's your shit?
Okay, we're gonna leave Poland as it is, and we're gonna do some strategic bombing here. Okay, we're gonna attack Bremen. Very good, they lose -2. Very good. Okay, to no losses. Well, we're gonna to put the BF in Dunkirk. And we're gonna put this army in Lille and this other corps here. And move Lord Gort up. Okay. Let's go ahead and reinforce these guys to the max. Well, let's wait. Let's wait on making an SR offensive. We're gonna go ahead and max that guy up. We're gonna wait on those guys, but we are gonna reinforce these guys to the max. Okay. And let's go down to Britain and we can upgrade these guys. Let's not spend any money on upgrades there, but let's get them maxed out. And let's get these guys maxed out as well. Okay, and then we're going to move these guys up. Let's go ahead and move this garrison unit to Lusaka. And we're going to move these guys up to there. Okay. We're going to wait on moving those dudes, but I think we are going to... Well, let's wait a little bit on these guys. I'm going to move the Western Desert Force to Mersa Matruh. And I think we're going to leave the Parthian there. Okay, there is the Graf Spee, looks like. So we're going to come down here. And we're going to send our ships. Okay, that is just an intelligence likelihood. We're going to continue to move the ships down. gonna move our destroyer out to patrol this with the Norfolk. And we're gonna leave that destroyer there. We're gonna move the Rodney to closer home port. And then we're going to upgrade these guys to have naval weaponry. And okay, that works for me. Let's move to China. Okay. Nope, not gonna attack there. Not going to attack. Go ahead and max those guys out. We'll go ahead and put the second corps here, just in case. We are going to continue to reinforce these guys. And let's reinforce these guys. Let's attack these guys. Okay, those guys are going to get destroyed. And we'll move them back across the river. Let's get these guys maxed out. And I think that's about it for China. There. Oh, and let's get these guys points as well. Okay. Canada doesn't have anything right now. Like I said, we're going to leave everything in Australia and New Zealand. These guys will move out soon. I think I'm going to do a two-prong attack here, maybe a three. Move up this way. Move towards Sawa and Addis Ababa. Okay, Poland is going to fall the next turn for sure. And, well, let's see, research-wise for it. Can't get that, that's too much. Let's work on AT weapons. Infantry warfare, representing investment in training, tactical innovations, and doctrine. This category improves the unit morale of all infantry and cavalry units except partisans by 10% per level. Mobilization for war and the transformation of economics to a war footing took time, and this research category represents majors mobilizing the resources to support the war effort with a net effect of increasing the per turn. I think I'm going to spend it on AT weapons. I wanted to get anti-submarine, but we'll wait till next turn. And America, we're not going to spend any money. Can't reinforce those guys, but we can reinforce these guys. We're going to go ahead and max them out. That will take away from them attacking us totally up here. I'm not going to spend anything there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and... Okay, India. We can have 2 garrisons. I'm gonna get a garrison unit for India. And that'll be ready on the 10th of November. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this. And I think we've moved everybody. Okay, well, let's go ahead and end the turn. We'll do one more turn and then call it, we'll stop the episode. Office of the British Foreign Secretary, Lord Halifax. The First Lord of the Admiralty, Winston Churchill, is pressing for us to occupy 2 ports in Ireland to provide the Royal Navy with bases in the coming struggle to protect our shipping from U-boat attack. These would be along the southeast coast of Ireland, where until last year we had naval bases in accordance with the Anglo-Irish Treaty signed in 1921. Ireland lacks the military capability to prevent us from reoccupying the treaty ports. Excuse me. But there would be a political reaction against us both there and in the USA were we to do so. However, as well as being of some strategic benefit, a bold and decisive move like this would boost our national morale. Would you like to order the Royal Navy to occupy the ports of Cork and yes, and Waterford? Yes, we're going to do this. Okay, let's see. We get some more MPP with that. Axis raiders disrupt South Africa UK convoys. That would be the Graf Spee. And UK collects 256, France 128, United States 114, Soviet 65, Poland 17, China 206, and 25 for India. And let's see what they do. Okay, they're trying to encircle us. That garrison unit is gone. We'll quickly destroy those guys here shortly. And they will attack next turn. I can see that coming. We're gonna probably switch this garrison out. Attacking Malawa, Warsaw. Very good, very good. Interceptors. Yes. Yes, no escorts, and we were able to get 2 of them, maybe 3. That works for me. And Warsaw is completely cut off. Okay. Malawa falls. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. And Warsaw falls. Alright, very good, very good. I really thought they would have attacked these guys first. Because in the previous games that I've played, maybe we should have tried to finish those guys off. Damn. Hindsight's 20/20, I guess. Moving forces west. Okay. British national morale is boosted by the decisive action taken to occupy the Irish ports. Poland surrenders. Germany plunders 233 MPPs. Germany honors the German-Soviet non-aggression pact. And they occupy western Poland. And the Soviets occupy eastern Poland. Prime Minister de Valera protests the occupation of Irish ports. And the Americans are pissed at Britain for that. Danzig is again German. Allied raiders disrupt Norway-Germany convoys. Very good. And it is raining. We could still do a strategic bombing run. Okay. Damn. Red Army deployment in a future conflict. Marshal Stalin and the Stavka have directed that should we be attacked, military and naval forces will deploy at the following locations. All land and air units in the west will be at the strength of 7, naval units at 10. Northern Front, Leningrad, 1 HQ, 1 rifle corps, 1 battleship, 1 light cruiser, and 1 submarine. Northwestern Front, the Baltic, 1 rifle corps, 1 mechanized corps, 1 fighter, and 1 tactical bomber unit. Western Front, Białystok, I can't ever say it. 1 HQ, 2 rifle corps, 1 mechanized, 1 fighter. Southwestern Front, Vlo, however you say it, 2 rifle corps, 2 mechanized corps, fighter, and a medium bomber unit. And reserves, light tank units will deploy at Pulsk, Zitomir. 2 rifle corps will deploy at Moscow, Stalingrad, and Rostov. Zhukov HQ, 2 armies, 1 heavy tank, 1 fighter, 1 medium bomber, all with 1 experience. And they would be in Serbia or from Serbia. The President of the United States, the European war is a threat to the peace of the Western Hemisphere and Pan-American solidarity. At the recent Panama Conference, we adopted a declaration of general neutrality and established a naval Pan-American security zone. The zone averages 300 miles in width and runs south from the city of Halifax through to the Caribbean and the Pacific to avoid complaints from the isolationists, reducing U.S. mobilization levels. We should avoid having 3 or more U.S. naval units within 30 hexes of Midway Port, or 3 or more land and or air units on either Oahu or the island of Hawaii. Recommendation: limit our own naval activity to within this zone in order to maintain neutrality. Red Army HQ. In order to decrease Leningrad's vulnerability to attack from the north and to weaken the Finnish army, it is suggested that we force Finland to hand over some territory to us. We can demand the Karelian Isthmus, the area north of Leningrad, and the port of Hanko to the west of Helsinki. Would you like to force Finland to transfer the Karelian Isthmus and Hanko to our control? Well, let's go ahead and check the notes. Though our relationship with both the Allies and Sweden will suffer slightly by doing this, it will not cost us anything, and if we are successful, the territory should become ours in early 1940. The only thing that could prevent us succeeding against Finland would be if an Anglo-French expedition were to arrive in time to support the Finns. By saying yes, should Finland later join the Allies, then some of her units will start at half strength rather than full strength, though with 1 experience point rather than just half a point. We will later have an opportunity to prepare the Red Army for winter warfare, and if you say yes to attack in Finland, Then the lessons learned from fighting the Finns will reduce the cost at the time of preparing our soldiers for winter warfare. Okay, yes, we're going to go ahead and do this. And the 5th Chinese Corps and a garrison unit. Oh, we're going to go ahead and save. Okay, let's see here. Somebody text me. I am going to go ahead and end the episode. That way when we come back, we will have our turn to go. And then we'll see how it plays out. We know Poland fell last turn. The Chinese are holding pretty steady in the mountains and in the south around Manny. So, please won't you join me in the next episode? Okay. Have a good night. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Or have a good weekend, I should say. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye now.